from back to front. And now, the camera is nearly level with the glass. This is a phone that not only looks great, but feels great too. And that's important because we take these devices everywhere we go. And we want them to be comfortable in our hands. When you hold the S7 and S7 Edge, they feel like they've always belonged there. They feel smaller and thinner, with smoother edges and sleeker lines. But the screen size is just the way you like it, big and immersive. You'll really notice it when you're multitasking with the S7 Edge. And by multitasking, I don't mean switching between apps. I mean sipping your morning espresso while you're going through your daily news feed. Now, we usually use our phones with only one hand, but that can be challenging with a larger screen. So we rethought the design of the Edge to make it easier to use when you only have one thumb to spare. With the S7 Edge, you can do more faster, thanks to the new and improved Edge panel. Just slide your thumb across the edge, and the Edge panel glides onto the display. The wider panel allows for richer content, and it's easier to read. And last month, we opened up the SDK on these devices, including the Edge panel, so you're going to see a bunch of great third-party Edge panels. And I encourage all the developers in the audience to check it out. There's also a new feature that I personally love that lets you create your own shortcuts on the task edge, like Text DJ. It's a great way to bring the things you do most often right to the front of the action. And we've got a great new feature for those of you who are constantly checking your phones. Did you know the average person checks their phone 150 times a day? Well, I'm one of those people. In fact, I'm tempted to look at my phone right now. I think it might have buzzed. But I was told it's bad form to do that on stage. And yet almost every time we reach for our phone, we have to wake it up with the button press or type in a passcode to even get the most basic information. It shouldn't have to be that way, and now it won't be. Always on display provides useful information like the time or missed call, even when the phone is off. And it does it in a power-efficient way, thanks to our Super AMOLED screen technology and unique power-saving algorithm. It's smart enough to know when your phone is face down or in your pocket. That's when the screen goes dark. My colleagues love this feature when they're getting ready in the morning, and they just don't have a free hand to spare. For me, it's about business etiquette. You know the situation. You're in a meeting, or you're at lunch, and you need to know what time it is, but you don't want to be rude and so obviously check your watch or reach over and wake up your phone. Now, just give a quick little side glance and check the time without touching your phone. Super subtle, they'll never notice. And because these devices are so personal, we want them to reflect your style. So now you can download a bunch of great third-party screens to customize the display. And that's the thing about these devices. You want them to match your lifestyle. Even if you don't check your smartphone as much as I do, you're constantly relying on it. And that means you want it to be life-proof. Now, you know what I mean. We want our phones to go everywhere with us, but water has been kryptonite for most devices. In the past, solving this problem came with trade-offs. Making it water-resistant meant adding bulk. But we didn't want to compromise, so we innovated. We reimagined what was possible. Instead of protecting the device from the outside, we thought, why not seal it from the inside? It took a lot of effort to make this work, but it worked out to be a truly elegant solution. These beauties are water resistant, rated IP68. That means they can spend up to 30 minutes submerged in 1.5 meters of water. That's right. So now you can use your phone in places you never could before. You also told us that you didn't want to be fixed into a fixed amount of memory, and we get that. So thanks to some powerful innovation, we integrated a microSD card slot. Thank you. It lets you expand your storage to meet your needs without compromising on design. Because we know what you know. Sometimes, when you go to visit the grandparents, they insist on seeing every picture you took of the kids all year long. I mean, every single picture. It happens. So we took storage to the next level. In fact, we took everything to the next level. That goes for the camera too. Most smartphone cameras are optimized for daylight. I mean, that's half our lives. But what about the other half? Some of our favorite memories happen at night. We wanted to redefine the smartphone camera so that you could take a great quality picture at any time of day. So we asked ourselves, what will it take to create a camera that takes high quality pictures in low light? Why can't we build a camera unmatched in the day and unfazed in the night? The answer is we can, and we did. With Samsung's track record of relentless innovation, we knew we were up for the challenge. After all, we introduced the first mobile phone with an integrated camera way back in the 90s. And the S6 Edge that we created was the best smartphone camera in the world. DxO gave us the highest mobile score for outstanding image quality. So, we started by adding a brighter lens. In fact, it has the largest aperture of any of our smartphone cameras. The larger aperture lets in more light. But even if you let in more light, you have to have bigger pixels to absorb it. Bigger pixels equals better pictures. Our competitors will agree with that. But Samsung took it to the next level. The pixels in our light-absorbing sensor capture are 30% larger than those in the iPhone 6s Plus. Now, let's compare the two photos taken exactly in the same environment. I see you've noticed how much brighter the one on the left is. That's the S7. It's really obvious when you take a closer look. Ours is sharp and clear. Theirs, well, I'll let you be the judge. That's what bigger pixels and a brighter lens can do. Now look, I know that was a lot, but we didn't stop there. We didn't just make the pixels bigger, we made them better. Now, how many of you have had this experience? You're trying to take a photo in low light, but by the time your camera has focused, you've missed the moment. This happens all the time in low light conditions because the autofocus doesn't work fast enough. But with the S7 and S7 Edge, we've become the first to embed professional camera technology called dual pixel into a smartphone. It works like human eyes. When you're looking at something with both eyes, they take in information independently, and then your brain combines it into a single image. But if you're only using one eye, it's harder for your brain to see depth and to focus quickly. With the S7 and S7 Edge, 100% of our pixels are used to focus, and every single one is configured with two eyes. Now compare that. Thank you. Compare that to the iPhone 6s Plus, and you'll see why they're so slow to focus. Less than 5% of their pixels are used this way. Now, take a look at the images above and pay special attention to the highlighted area. A kettlebell is going to drop in the foreground, and I want you to notice how much more quickly the S7 achieves focus. Are you ready?